I want to show you what happened with Joe Biden, and then we'll take it on the other side.
And then there's the Biden debate, which was scored as a kind of flawlessly solid debate for him until this colossal gaffe, where it's a gaffe unlike any other I've seen in a debate performance, because it's literally about a person who's standing on the stage who he, in this moment, has forgotten exists.
I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me because they know me. They know who I am. 3 former chairs of the Black Caucus, the only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate, a whole range of people. My point is,
that's not true. The other one is here.
I said the first. I said the first African-American elected. First African-American. So my point.
And he's referring to, when he's making his point, that he has a very important presidential endorsement from what he said was the only black woman elected to the United States Senate, and he meant the first. That's Carol Moseley Braun. And I may be the only person in the audience who knew who he was talking about.
No, we
that is as he couldn't have reached for a less important endorsement.
But gaffe or wrong word?
We know it's in his heart. We know he's a good guy. But the fact that you leave the black woman standing on the stage, standing in the shot, saying, "What about me?" That was within the dynamic of that gaffe. It's as bad a moment as he could have had, I think, on that stage. And right up to that moment, it was his most solid debate yet.
Now, first of all, I love Lawrence, but to talk about Biden having a solid debate when he could not say a clean sentence, it was just poor. But the bar is so low, not only with Trump, but the bar has been set so low with even Biden, that he gets away with things no other candidate can get away with. Talking about the heights of privilege. I mean, I sat down and I watched the debate, and I watched whenever Biden was talking, and it was funny when you're listening to watching the tweets go ahead, and people say, anytime Biden is about to talk, many people began to cringe. The only reason that people are sticking with him right now is that good old black vote, that 44% black vote that he has in South Carolina, has everybody scared to just drop him, because if he drops out, that 44% dispersed around the different candidates, guess who gets it? Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. And guess what happens then? They go from holding the upper 40% of the polls to way above 50% for progressives, and that is what's going to happen. That is the biggest fear right now, that progressives will be in command of the party after this election. The people that are going to win this election in 2019, or rather 2020, are the millennials, the Gen Zs, and the Gen X. And are they going to come out? You bet they're going to come out. Why are they going to come out? Because they are going to have the candidate that's going to make it out of the Democratic Party is going to be a candidate pushing the progressive values, that's going to tell them, we're not going to allow generational theft any longer. We're not going to allow supply side economics that shifts all your money up to the top any longer. That is why, as it turns out, we will have a progressive candidate. And not only will we have a progressive candidate, but we will have a progressive win. The thing about it is what kind of if it's going to be a landslide or not. If the Democrats that have always asked progressives to vote along with the centrists support the progressives, we will have a landslide. It is your turn. Those people who think they're centrists, and as much as progressive policies support them all, those people who think you're centrist, it is your duty now, when we elect that primary candidate that will be a progressive, it is your duty, just as we did for Hillary Clinton, for you to do now for either Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. And this time, they will win in a landslide. Do not be taken by the corporatocracy.